Strickland, Fort Jackson is reporting its second death in 8 days and third this year. Over the weekend, Staff Sergeant Zachary Melton was found unresponsive in his car.
News 19's Zoe Henry tells us more, and she speaks with an expert about the impact.
It's a sad day here at Fort Jackson with another death at the post. I spoke with a psychotherapist who says that this many deaths this close together takes a significant toll on mental health.
We definitely have to understand and consider that the military family in itself is a culture. It's a very tight-knit community. And so it definitely has an effect with people. Number one, people are grieving. Number two, people are trying to understand what happened.
2 investigations still underway at Fort Jackson. There are still unanswered questions. Dr. Markeisha Miller says this can be hard to cope with as many people look for closure after a loss.
It's very important to acknowledge what you're feeling. A lot of times people will try to suppress, but it's very important to acknowledge if you are confused.
In order to help find peace in grief, Miller says it's important to not grieve in isolation.
Important to find those others that are maybe feeling some of the same things that you are feeling. That comes in handy with having that close-knit community, being able to share those feelings and talk about what you're experiencing.
Dr. Miller adds to remember that there are resources and help out there if you find yourself in a mental health crisis, like 988. Zoe Henry, News 19, WLTX.
The military telling us tonight that Melton was 30 years old. The Alabama native spent more than 10 years in the Army, the last 3 years as a drill sergeant at Fort Jackson.